Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're doing 3 baked oatmeal recipes, and these all go in the blender, so it's really easy to make these and to get a smooth consistency. So let's go ahead and jump in. So the first ingredient is going to be a half cup of oats, followed by 1 egg, 1 date for sweetness. If you wanted it extra sweet, you could add an extra date or half a date. Also going to add a half teaspoon of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. The next ingredient is a half cup and 1 tablespoon of milk. And then we're also going to add in a tablespoon of sugar just to sweeten it up a little bit more because that cocoa powder is really bitter. Now we're going to blend the oats and then pop them into an oven-safe ramekin or baking dish. And I'm going to top mine with 1 tablespoon of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Now we're going to put this into a 400-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. When they were done baking, they look like this. If you're a chocolate lover, this recipe is for you. These were so good. Every single one of these is really good. And this recipe is so easy to modify. Like if you wanted birthday cake baked oats, you could easily do that. The recipe is the same for all 3, except you just kind of change out your additions to it. So try it, y'all. So now we're jumping into the next recipe. We're going to be making peanut butter chocolate baked oats. So we're starting with a half cup of oats, a sprinkle of salt, a half teaspoon of vanilla, 1 date for sweetness, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a half cup of milk, and then we're also going to be adding in 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. I use the natural peanut butter from Trader Joe's. And of course, the final step is to blend it. I'm spraying down my ramekin, and then I'm going to go ahead and pour in the batter. Next, I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of semi-sweet chocolate chips once again, and then we're just going to make sure to evenly distribute those throughout the batter. And again, this goes into the oven on 400 for 20 to 25 minutes. And this is what they look like when they came out. I know I'm going pretty fast through these, you guys, but the recipes are all exactly the same. I'm just adding different variations to make different flavors. And all 3 recipes will be listed below in the description box, so no need to worry about missing something. And then of course you want to give these a minute to cool down because they are super hot when they come out of the oven. And when I was ready to eat, I went ahead and spread about a half tablespoon of peanut butter over the top as a frosting of sorts. And now for the last baked oatmeal recipe. This one might seem familiar if you watched my last video, but I wanted to include it because it's still a really good option as well, and some of you may not have watched it. So we're starting off with 1 carrot, and we're going to go ahead and peel and julienne it or grate it if you have a grater. So I'm going in with a half cup of oats, 1 tablespoon of vanilla protein powder, and I'm using Orgain. It will be linked below. 1 egg, a teaspoon of baking powder, a half teaspoon of vanilla, a half cup of milk, 1 date, and then I'm also adding in 1 sprinkle of salt. I went ahead and added in my carrot and 1 tablespoon of raisins. My carrots, it ended up being about a 1/3 cup. I stirred all that in, and then I remembered to add in the spices, so I did a little bit of nutmeg and about a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Pop that in the oven on 400 for 20 to 25 minutes. And then I topped it with some vanilla yogurt and a sprinkle of cinnamon.